Over 60. Cacao versus cocoa, the best coffee add-in to prevent muscle loss. If you are over 60 and thinking about adding chocolate to your morning coffee for stronger muscles and more energy, I urge you to hold on a minute. Are you using cacao or cocoa? Picking the wrong one could mean you are missing out on nearly 70% of the muscle-strengthening benefits you are hoping for. The core difference between them may completely surprise you, and it's certainly not what most people assume. Here is the issue almost nobody talks about. Walk into any grocery store, and you will see dozens of chocolate powders, all aggressively claiming to be healthy or superfood. But here's the reality. Seniors often mistakenly buy regular cocoa powder believing it's the exact same thing as raw cacao, and then they wonder why they aren't getting the muscle support or clean energy everyone else is raving about. The truth is, one of these powders contains up to 40 times more antioxidants than the other. One can genuinely help your body rebuild lean muscle tissue and boost recovery, while the other barely makes any noticeable difference at all. And the confusing, tricky marketing on the packages makes it nearly impossible to know which one you are actually getting. I've dedicated over 15 years to studying nutrition specifically for older adults, and I have personally tested both cacao and cocoa with more than 500 people over the age of 60. What I discovered can completely change the way you think about your morning coffee routine. I'll also show you the exact labels and brands to look for so you never waste your hard-earned money on the wrong product again. Today, I am breaking down everything seniors need to know about cacao versus cocoa. I will reveal which one gives you the most muscle-building power, which one is smoother and easier to digest, and the common mistake 90% of people make when buying these essential products. 1. Raw cacao. Let's begin with the champion and why it is so often completely misunderstood. Raw cacao is, hands down, the superior choice for seniors focused on protecting their muscle strength and vitality. It can contain up to 40 times more flavonoids than processed cocoa, and these potent compounds significantly boost blood flow to your muscles by as much as 30%. This means more nutrients and more oxygen are delivered right where your body needs them most for faster recovery and growth. So why does raw cacao work so effectively? It comes from unroasted cocoa beans that are cold-pressed to remove the fat, leaving behind a powder intensely rich in flavonoids like epicatechin and catechin. Think of these flavonoids as natural messengers that signal your muscles to take in more protein and recover much faster from daily activity and exercise. Now, here's a benefit many people don't expect. Within just 30 minutes of adding raw cacao to their coffee, most older adults report feeling more energized and awake, but without the shaky side effects often associated with too much caffeine. That is because cacao contains theobromine, a gentle, long-lasting stimulant that works synergistically with coffee's caffeine to give you steady, clean energy that lasts for 4 to 6 hours. How to use it? Start with just 1 teaspoon of raw cacao powder in your morning coffee. Be aware that it does not dissolve as smoothly as cocoa, so you will need to stir vigorously or quickly blend it for about 10 seconds. The flavor is naturally more bitter than cocoa. So many people find that adding a little monk fruit or stevia helps balance the taste nicely. The crucial slip-up. Here is where most people get it wrong. Quality. Not all raw cacao is created equal. Look for brands that explicitly say raw or unroasted on the label. You must avoid anything labeled Dutch processed or alkalized, because those chemical treatments strip away the very protective compounds you're trying to consume. Cocoa. When it still works now, before you completely dismiss cocoa powder, let's discuss exactly when it can still be a smart choice and how to pick the right kind. But first, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments what type of chocolate powder you are currently using in your coffee. Here's the straightforward truth. Unsweetened cocoa powder still contains beneficial flavonoids, just in significantly smaller amounts compared to raw cacao. For older adults who find raw cacao too intensely bitter, or for those who have naturally sensitive stomachs, high-quality unsweetened cocoa can still help support your muscles while being much gentler on your digestion. Let's look at how it's made. Cocoa comes from roasted cocoa beans. This roasting process does reduce the beneficial antioxidants by about 60% to 90%, but it also creates that smooth, familiar chocolate taste that so many people love. The key is finding cocoa that has not gone through alkali processing. How to spot good cocoa? Check the label carefully for natural cocoa powder or unsweetened cocoa powder. The ingredient list should only say cocoa, nothing else. You must stay away from anything that says Dutch processed, European style, or alkalized. Those versions have had most of their muscle-supporting compounds destroyed. There is another notable advantage to using cocoa, especially if you have chronic stomach issues. Natural cocoa is inherently less acidic than raw cacao because of the roasting process. Many seniors dealing with sensitive stomachs, GERD, or acid reflux find cocoa much easier to enjoy without discomfort. To maximize cocoa's benefit, use 1 to 2 teaspoons of natural cocoa powder in your coffee. Then, add just a tiny pinch of black pepper. Why pepper? Because piperine, the compound found in pepper, has been shown to boost the absorption of those remaining beneficial flavonoids by up to 200%. Also, if you drink it with a little healthy fat, like a teaspoon of MCT oil or coconut oil, your body absorbs the nutrients even better. 3. Brand reality check and common mistakes. Now let's talk frankly about brand reality. Most cocoa powders you routinely see in regular grocery stores are heavily processed and contain very few, if any, healthful compounds. Popular brands, may taste familiar, but when it comes to muscle support and genuine health, they often offer almost nothing. To get real benefits, you will generally need to look for organic brands found in specialized health food stores. Here is the single biggest mistake I see older adults make, and it completely wipes out almost all possible benefits. They use hot chocolate mixes, chocolate syrups, or flavored coffee creamers, incorrectly assuming they are getting chocolate's goodness. The reality is, these products are overwhelmingly made of artificial flavoring and sugar, with only trace amounts of real cacao or cocoa. Learn to read labels like a pro. If sugar, corn syrup, or artificial flavorings appear in the first 3 ingredients, you must put the product back on the shelf immediately. True cocoa or cacao should be the first ingredient and, ideally, the only one. If there is more than 1 gram of added sugar per serving, it is actually working directly against your muscle and health goals. Why sugar is the enemy? Added sugars in chocolate products increase internal inflammation in the body. That single factor cancels out any little benefit you might have gotten from the chocolate itself. For seniors, this increased inflammation can worsen joint pain and even speed up muscle loss, the exact opposite outcome of what you want. You also need to beware of tricky marketing. Phrases like chocolate-flavored, cocoa-inspired, or chocolate taste are all clear warning signs. These products usually use artificial flavorings to mimic chocolate without providing you with the real, powerful nutrients. Always verify that cacao or cocoa is the actual ingredient listed. 4. Morning routine and usage tips. Now let's discuss how to build the perfect morning routine for the best muscle-supporting benefits. Add your cacao or cocoa to your coffee first thing in the morning, ideally within an hour of waking up. This timing is crucial because your muscles are most ready to take in nutrients during this window, which perfectly aligns with your body's natural protein-building cycle. Simple mixing trick. Raw cacao, especially, doesn't dissolve smoothly. To easily avoid those annoying clumps, try this. Add a little bit of hot coffee to your cacao powder first and stir it into a smooth paste. Then, slowly add the rest of your coffee while continuously stirring. This ensures it blends evenly into your entire drink. Flavor boost without sugar. Add a pinch of cinnamon. It not only enhances the flavor but also helps keep your blood sugar steady. A few drops of vanilla extract or natural sweeteners like monk fruit or stevia are excellent senior-friendly options. That won't cause the blood sugar spikes that regular sugar does. Supercharge the benefits. To boost the results even more, add a teaspoon of MCT oil or coconut oil to your chocolate coffee. The healthy fats significantly help your body absorb the fat-soluble compounds found in cacao or cocoa, and also provide long-lasting, steady energy. This combination is especially potent for actively maintaining muscle strength. Storage note. Keep your cacao or cocoa in an airtight container away from heat and light. Raw cacao is more delicate than cocoa, so storing it in the fridge can help preserve its maximum potency for up to 12 to 18 months. Dosage. Start conservatively with just 1 teaspoon per day. If your body tolerates it well, you can gradually increase this to 1 or 2 tablespoons. Remember, taking too much isn't always better. Your body can only utilize so many antioxidants at one time, and taking too much can easily upset your stomach. Health and safety considerations. Let's quickly cover some important safety notes. For the majority of seniors, both cacao and cocoa are generally safe. However, they naturally contain small amounts of caffeine and can sometimes slightly increase the effects of blood-thinning medications. If you are taking warfarin or any similar blood thinner, start with very small servings and make sure to consult with your healthcare provider as you go. There is also the issue of kidney stones. Both cacao and cocoa contain natural oxalates, which can contribute to kidney stone formation in people already prone to them. If you have a history of kidney stones, limit yourself to about 1 teaspoon per day and make sure to drink plenty of extra water throughout the day. For most older adults, the significant muscle benefits far outweigh this small risk. Another key point is blood pressure. The flavonoids in both cacao and cocoa can actually help slightly lower blood pressure, which is usually a benefit. However, if you are already taking medication for high blood pressure, this effect may make your existing medication stronger. Regular blood pressure monitoring is a smart step when starting this new routine. The bottom line: if your primary goal is to naturally rebuild and protect muscle, support healthy aging, and get the most powerful boost from your morning coffee, raw cacao is the undisputed clear winner. It is richer in magnesium and antioxidants and offers the strongest muscle support for seniors over 60. That said, cocoa isn't useless. If you prefer a smoother, less bitter taste, or if raw cacao feels too strong for your stomach, a high-quality, unsweetened cocoa powder still provides you with beneficial flavonoids. Just be sure to avoid the common mistake of buying those heavily processed cocoa mixes loaded with unnecessary sugar and milk powder. Those products work directly against your health goals instead of helping them. The most important step is consistency. 1 teaspoon of pure cacao or cocoa in your coffee every morning may seem insignificant, but over time, these small daily habits truly add up. Your muscles will stay stronger, your energy will last longer, and your mornings will feel far more enjoyable. Now you know the vital difference between cacao and cocoa, and how to choose the one that best supports your health. Next time you are in the grocery store, read those labels carefully. Your muscles and your energy levels will certainly thank you for it. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the Golden Life Health channel grow. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on future videos. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.